Welcome to the Ghost Hunters Guild New England After Dark, Episode 1. This is the Boroughs School, located in Stafford Springs, Connecticut. The colonial town of Stafford began 289 years ago on October 15, 1719. Major James Fitch, who through some land dealings and quick maneuvering with the Connecticut state legislature, claimed this area. The land you see before you was once farmland, owned by Marcus Holland. He sold the land of 2¼ acres to Henry Burney Gay on September 24th, 1868, for the sum of $200. Henry used the property he bought as farmland. Henry Gay had 2 children, a son and a daughter. Though we have been unable to find any death records, we were told by a local historian both his children passed away of pneumonia in the late 1800s. Henry continued to live on this land until his death, December 8, 1880. It was then sold to the town of Stafford for the sum of $1,700 on March 1, 1882. The first of the schools built on this site was the elementary school in 1886. This was known as the Red Schoolhouse. The school went on to serve as the high school for the town. In 1920, at the rear of the then high school, facing Prospect Street, the Boroughs School was built. The school was in use from 1920 till the end of the school year 2006. The school survived a major hurricane in 1938 and the infamous Connecticut flood of 1955. The school sat dormant and was used as storage until early 2008. In January, a local paranormal group, Insight Paranormal of Stafford Springs, Connecticut, got in contact with some old staff that worked at the school, as well as some teachers who started to tell them about some paranormal activity that happened at the school. Reports varied from sounds of children laughing, toilets flushing on their own, objects moving around, sound of running footsteps, and various feelings of unease or being watched. Insight Paranormal was able to obtain proper permission from town officials to gain access into the school. They invited the Ghost Hunters Guild along for the investigation. The first time we entered the school was February 23, 2008 at about 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We spent about 4 hours in the school and didn't experience too much. 2 investigators thought they heard children laughing and another felt something touch him. Afterwards, upon evidence review, we discovered over 10 Class A and B EVPs from the school. At that point, we knew we had to continue our on-site investigations. The following are the EVPs caught at the first investigation. All of our EVPs are done in a controlled environment whenever possible. Most of these came from different EVP sessions that we held around the building. Nobody was in the building other than our investigators, and all doors were locked. In the following pictures, nothing you see is paranormal. It was a time delay camera, and people moving around, moving their lights around will make the effects that you see. On the EVPs, you will hear the EVP first, and afterwards you will hear what we think it says. You might want to turn the volume up a little. So first you will hear the EVP, and then after the EVP plays, I will play it again with what we think we hear. This first one, you're going to want to listen right before the investigator talks. You'll hear another voice. It's real quick.
Hear about favorite status sensors. Hear about favorite status sensors.
This one, you'll hear a couple voices. One will be a female who's an investigator. As she's talking, you hear another voice come over her. Once it's pointed out, it's pretty easy to hear.
Oh my God, don't tell me. Oh my God, don't tell me.
This is another one taken in the same room as number 2. Again, you will hear some weird female voices making some noises in the background that are not our investigator. This one is just a really odd noise we caught. We didn't hear it when it happened. It's very loud on the tape. It's none of our equipment or cameras or anything else we could figure out.
If you don't talk to us, you get 1 demerit.
Here's another one. You'll hear his watch beeping. The other noise you hear over the watch is not his watch beeping. You can hear his watch continue to beep in the background.
That's my watch. Shoot.
You will hear some investigators talking here, and you'll hear a voice or a whisper behind them. It's a little bit harder to hear, but it's pretty clear if you can pick it up.
You got your voice recorder?
We should probably close down the kitchen.
You got your voice recorder?
We should probably close down the kitchen.
Again, this is a voice behind the investigator. You will hear one word. Towards the end, you will hear what we think is 2 words. The last word is kind of drawn up.
You are.
What, man?
You are.
What, man?
This was probably one of the best EVPs we caught that night, and up there in the top 5 we've ever caught. It's very easy to hear. It should be self-explanatory, and take a listen.
What's it in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We entered again on April 26th during the day at about 2 p.m. and again caught EVPs as well as an investigator seeing a fleeing shadow going up the stairwell. We knew we were hooked on this place. We started to research the school and the surrounding area for explanations. We checked with local librarians, historians, and former teachers, as well as the Stafford Historical Society. We also were able, through the library, to research the Hartford Current historicals. Not much info can be found on the history of the school or the area. Most information we found was from local sources. Though we could never find any actual deaths that took place at the school, we were able to find